BlockNation Crypto Podcast. First topic. This has been pretty big. All right, U.S. pension fund to support 40 million crypto venture by Morgan Creek Digital.
I saw that.
So Pomp's fund.
Yeah, I saw that. I had to give him a little shout out on Twitter too.
I mean, it hit the news. I mean, it's probably one of the most interesting things of the year. And if anyone doesn't know what it is, it's basically a U.S. pension fund, and it's going to support 40 million crypto venture, and it's led by Morgan Creek Digital.
Yeah, Pompliano and who else owns that?
It's a couple other guys, but they're the fund managers.
Yeah, the fund managers. That's right.
And so basically, I think it's a Virginian police pension along with other people.
Yeah, Virginia Fairfax County.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was right there.
When I saw that, I was like, "What? Okay, let me dive into this a little bit."
And so it's basically a joint venture, and I think it made big news, but I think people are kind of confused about it a little bit.
Why so?
Well, I think a lot of people think that they're investing in cryptos, but what they're doing, they're investing in equity of these crypto startups.
Yeah.
So it's not like they're buying, Tron or
Right,
Ethereum or anything like that. They're just investing in the companies themselves.
And what I read, it was two separate funds. It was two separate funds that are managing this together.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and really, I haven't seen a whole lot of details as how much equity they're getting, and they may never release it to people who aren't investors. But I just think people need to understand that they're not going out and buying a bunch of cryptos and altcoins and putting it in a portfolio. They're just investing in the companies.
Right. So, and what I was reading was a portion of that 40 million has been invested in the startups, including that crypto exchange, and the other one was Coinbase.
Yeah.
Ooh, when I see Coinbase, man, something just makes me go, I don't know. What was it? It was valued at $8 billion.
I know. It's interesting. It's big. So we'll see how that goes right there. But they are apparently, I think it's supposed to be around $4 million they're going to put in Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Allegedly, from what I read. That's not for sure.
Right now, I could live with that.
But that's the only crypto that they're going to invest in.
Well, and the good thing about it is and this kind of, so here's the Chief Investment Fund Officer of Virginia Fairfax County. This is what she said about blockchain. Blockchain tech is being applied in unique and compelling ways across multiple industries. We need that. I mean, once other people start jumping into that, I mean, I see it skyrocketing after that.
The only thing I'm interested in, how much crypto does she know about?
She don't know nothing about what was that, BitConnect?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Sometimes these pension fund people, they're looking for new investment opportunities, and did she just read the newspaper one day and let's go into that? Or is she pretty well versed? I assume the latter.
Maybe she has a Twitter and she follows Pompliano.
Yeah. Hey, well, I mean, I think they pitched it to them.
Yeah.
I think that's how they really sold the fund.
Really?
They were building this together, and they started pitching it to these different pension funds. But I mean, this is exciting,
and I saw some people on Twitter say it's not that big of news because it's not that much money. I don't really think it has anything to do with the money.
Yeah,
I just think it's a closer step to adoption, to more people being able to live with it.
I mean, every positive news is just one more inch towards more people doing it, and so I think this is just one more step, like you were saying. I mean, 40 million, that's not too much, and compared to the fund that's like 5.1 billion.
Which one was that?
The whole pension overall.
Oh, the whole thing overall? Okay.
So they're just taking a portion of this pension.
Right.
Trying to generate returns.
And this portion is going to be for state employees of Virginia.
It's the police department.
Yeah, police department.
I think that's the main one.
Yeah. That's pretty cool, though.
No, it's cool. And hopefully it hits, and these people make some money off of it.
Not hopefully it's good.
Yeah, when it hits, their pensions shoot up. So, I mean, it'll be good.
Yeah. So, moving on to the next topic.
Okay, so the Nasdaq is going to list crypto indices. So they're going to start making indexes.
Yes.
And
keeping track.
And keeping it tracked to their standard.
Yep.
So indexes exist. You can get online anywhere.
Anybody can make one.
Yeah. You can get on
remember when we made one? We made one. It was live.
We still got some floating around.
Right.
Well, speaking of, I am working on some just portfolio things. That's later on down the road. But to their standard, they're going to have all these different indexes and really track the historic price in the volume and all the different stats that go along with the main. I think it's the top 5 or 10 cryptos that they're going to track, Bitcoin down to.
Yeah, I think
whatever.
I think at first they're going to start with Bitcoin and Ethereum, and then they're going to try to branch out with like LTC, and I don't know. I don't know how people feel about Bitcoin Cash. I think some people think like, hey, it's too much controversy around them. I don't know if they would even carry that, especially the Nasdaq.
Yeah, if you ever listen to us, we're not fans of Bitcoin Cash.
Yeah, I'm not about that.
And yeah, so I don't know.
Yeah, who knows, right? Moving on. Anyway, so one's going to be called the BLX, the Bitcoin Liquid Index, and the other one's the Ethereum Liquid Index.
And
that's tight.
Well,
that's cool.
Nasdaq has pumped some money into pushing cryptocurrencies. They partner up with VanEck ETF.
I almost said that, man. Yep.
Well, I'm sorry, not the Bitcoin ETF, but they're trying to team up with VanEck because they want to get all sorts of crypto futures.
That's right. Some Bitcoin regulated crypto. What do they call it? Regulated crypto 2.0. Something like that. Yeah.
It's just a futures contract. I think it was Bitcoin futures 2.0, something like that. But so they're really pushing the crypto because
I like that.
All the exchanges are making tons of money off of it, and they have some of the best technology as far as trading. They're like, yeah, we're going to dive into this market.
They were itching to dive into this, and then the company they partnered with out of New Zealand, Brave New Coin. Yeah. Supposedly that's like the most updated price of Bitcoin can possibly be. Like boom, it's that in real time almost.
And what's big about these is they'll have their in-house indexes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they're not following the index of some guy that lives in this apartment and has a trading view account.
Yeah. Chart.
Yeah, that can sway it however he wants.
Lean that chart a little one way, make it look bearish.
But the thing is just this past 2 months has been big to me.
Oh yeah.
It's like every single piece of news has been positive, and whatever negative news has come out, I mean, it hadn't really been a big deal.
Like the little hacks,
the two biggest things right now are the Quadriga exchange.
Yeah.
And God, that's a mess. We'll talk about that later. But dang it, I just saw another exchange got hacked. I can't think.
It was for
Cryptopia. No, was it Cryptopia?
It's something like that. I don't remember which one you're talking about, but I did see something.
Another one got hacked, and they
just two. Well, one got hacked. One accidentally sent some funds.
That was Quadriga. That was Quadriga. We'll talk about that bull crap in a second. All right, so you see about the JP Morgan stablecoin?
Yeah. I saw it. As soon as I saw it, I think every crypto fan or investor, when they saw it, they rolled their eyes.
You think?
Yeah. I mean, it's just like we knew they were going to do it, right? Everybody knew they were going to. Just because Jamie is out there screaming no to Bitcoin and no to blockchain doesn't mean. I mean, they have a CTO for a blockchain division.
Yeah, they want to jump in this money, man. There's cash to be made in the blockchain industry.
I saw Pompliano was talking. He had said that coin, the JPM coin, will be the most laundered coin.
Yeah, I saw that.
Kind of makes sense.
Well, it's interesting because is it going to be public, the ledger? And if it is, would you risk laundering money on a public ledger?
Yeah, true.
Talk about a paper trail.
Just follow it verbatim all the way through.
You know what I think it is?
What?
I think it's PayPal for financial institutions.
It probably is.
All they're trying to do
is... They said they'll take away... Some of those fees will be taken away. Or I think most of that fee will be taken away for money transfer. There was another fee that they had set on there, and I can't remember what it was, that basically was going to lower the price. I think it was from corp to corp, something like that, from corporation to corporation, something like that. I can't remember. But anyway, it's supposed to lower the price of the fees and all that.
It's just sending money on the blockchain.
Yeah.
Remember 2 weeks ago when I was talking about our way to save businesses can save money using blockchain? This is one way. You're just settling your transactions with the crypto.
And they've been over there. So they made their own blockchain. Clarify. They made their own blockchain. And that's like a Ethereum, quote unquote Ethereum, black market Ethereum, but it's private. Only they can use it. It's called Quorum. Have you heard of that?
Yeah, Quorum.
Yeah,
Quorum, right?
Quorum. Yeah. I had never heard of it. And then once I started reading into it, I was like, okay. So they made a knockoff version of it.
Yeah, it's just their own private blockchain. It's not an ERC20 token.
Well, they partnered with ETH Lab, and that I think is one of the founders of Ethereum.
Is it?
Yeah. So,
yeah, I was looking into that Quorum, and I mean, it's just their personal blockchain.
Like Hyperledger for IBM?
Yeah. So I don't know. It's interesting. I don't think it's as big as news. A lot of people came out like, yes, J.P. Morgan. I think a lot of crypto newbies thought it was huge news, but if you're a little seasoned veteran, you're like, yeah.
Might have.
Like I said, PayPal. That's all it is.
Cheap money transfer. That's all it is.
Digital cash, all right? And you got to be part of our financial institution.
Yeah, come on, sign up. Let us get all your info, and then we'll... Actually, not using the blockchain, they won't leak it.
But I don't think it's for the average day person. You know what I'm saying? I think it's for
towards corporations, big businesses.
Corporations. And it makes sense. If you want to transfer $2 billion and you don't want to send in Bitcoin, you still want that third-party regulation of like a bank. I mean, if you want that for your company, so be it. That's fine. And if this lowers the cost, and
that's what everybody was so scared of, like back in 2016, 17, crypto. Like, okay, so we invest into this company, but what's to say these big companies, these Fortune 500, Fortune 100 companies aren't just going to come in and do exactly what J.P. Morgan's doing? You know what I'm saying? That's what all those investors were scared of.
But to me, it comes back to, okay, they still control it.
Yeah, so agreed.
If you don't like banks, you haven't got rid of them by using this.
So use Stellar.
Yeah, use anything. Bitcoin. I mean,
our
favorite coin, NPXS.
Ooh,
I mean, if you want to transact money.
Hey, I read, and I had been meaning to tell you about this. I had read an article about, not them, but about out of the top 100 coins by market cap, which ones have a working product right now. 36 out of the 100 do. 36. And hit the top 10, NPXS was like number 7, I think.
Can you get that list out for, like, can you
find it?
No, can you tweet that list out for our listeners?
Oh, yeah.
That way they can take a look at it?
Yeah.
That way I can take a look at it?
Yeah, I'll find it. Yeah, it's a good article. And they talk about 36 different, it's a blurb of 36 different cryptos that have it. And they left out coins that had just started their, mainnet recently. They've left those out. But they went for the more ones that have longevity.
People can get on there and use it.
Have their open source and whatnot.
All right, so you got a marketing tip for us. Blockchain marketing tip. What you got?
So I had to venture off the whole blockchain, but this is for more Twitter. And I talked about this earlier this week on my little Creative Lab mini-series. Twitter impressions and engagement. Me and you talked about this last week. We were talking about how, man, when you really comment on somebody else's tweet, how your engagement and your impressions shoot up all the time. Especially as somebody who has a bunch of comments already underneath there. What did you say to me? What gets people fired up whenever you comment underneath there? It was whenever you say something about banks. When you ever trash the banks.
Talk trash about banks.
He's trash the banks, and all of a sudden people just start liking your stuff.
If you talk crap about banks, you'll get 50 likes.
Yep.
Within an hour.
50 likes, and then you'll probably add 10 followers.
Hashtag Bitcoin crypto.
Yeah. So
money sign, a couple.
So when we were talking about that, that's how we gain our followers. That's how we shoot for followers. Is we engage with the community, get a feel for what they like. But that's the tip. Make sure you're engaging with your community. If you don't have a Twitter, you better get a Twitter. Twitter, please get one. But engage, but comment on their statuses. It's a a conversation driver. It's just whatever you say on there, they're gonna come back and you just keep it going. It weighs more.
Well, they keep saying Twitter is for conversations.
Yeah. The algorithm can feel it whenever you Hey, look, for real.
Jack's listening. You talk.
Hey, no BS though. Listen, you'll go to my Twitter and you'll see that if I've tweeted something and where I've asked a question or something like that and nobody said anything, I'll low key go back and just respond to myself underneath that just to get a little notch for communicating.
Yeah, you got to play the algorithm.
That's what it is.
You play the game.
That's what it is. All right, so it might be a stupid one, but it's a quick and easy way to gain followers and build your brand.
All right, so past 3 weeks, I've been talking about how to increase or how to decrease your costs and expenses by using blockchain. So week 1, I talked about if you send money using digital coins like Bitcoin, Ethereum, just NPXS, you can save a lot of money in global transactions. Last time I talked about linking your receipts to a blockchain. That way you can save in printing paper, and it's just a little bit easier for your customers, and they have better access to it.
Yeah, I still think that was a hell of an idea, though.
Okay.
That's a good idea.
Well, I got one I think, I really think any business can utilize this.
Okay.
All right, especially blockchain.
Okay.
All right. And so I'm going to ping off your example of getting Twitter impressions.
Okay.
Let's say I'm a marketing company.
Yep.
And I say, okay, I'll get a tweet, a post of yours, whatever it may be, 100 views.
Yeah.
So we'll go with the page views. All right. So you got a blog post that you want to use to convert people to whatever marketing funnel you're using.
Yeah.
All right. So I say, all right, you pay me $100, and I'll guarantee you're going to get 100 conversions on there.
Okay.
All right. And so I can set up your conversions
through smart contract.
to a smart contract.
Okay.
All right. So you can put up the money, and it's not released until your page gets 100 conversions
Boom.
to your product right there.
Boom.
And you can link it. You can link it to anything. Like say you want to get 100 retweets, or you want to get 2 million YouTube video streams. Whatever it may be.
You heard it first.
Yeah.
You heard it first.
And so it's a decentralized contract fulfillment.
Boom.
So let's say you want to pay me $10,000 for a project. As long as we have a trackable parameter,
Yeah.
like page
Program.
likes,
Yeah.
views, whatever it may be, as soon as that hits, that contract executes, I get paid, and you were given, what you want.
Yeah. Good stewardship. Okay.
And you could also set it up because, like, let's say I want to get your video 1 million views.
Yeah.
All right, because it would suck if you're the guy that you're going to get paid out $10,000 and
Yeah.
it gets to 900,000 views and it just quits. Like, well, I got you 9/10 of the way. So you could set it up in chunks. Let's say, okay, you get 500,000 views, you
get half the bread.
Half the bread.
Yeah. That makes sense.
And,
That's a good idea. See, you see.
And what you would say is,
Hey, we want in on this. Whoever develops this.
Really, I think as long as you could track that parameter,
Yeah.
you could make a contract off of it. I mean, you could probably Google the smart contract. That's what's going to be awesome about cryptos like Ethereum.
Oh yeah.
And Zilliqa and just stuff like that is when those smart contracts become so simple, all right, anybody can use them.
Dude,
Anybody can set that stuff up. Hold on, I forgot one, Tron. Just Son's going to get mad if we don't mention Tron and smart contracts, all right?
Yeah.
Because
they're fast.
The Tron army will be on me.
Hey, that's a huge army.
But think about it. Okay, so as a company, if you do work for somebody, especially even if you're like a freelance or you just bill them,
Yeah.
what if they don't pay you? You wasted all that manpower, time, hours, whatever,
You don't ever get paid.
and they just stiffed you. So you can go to collections, but you're still only going to collect, 70%, 90% of that fee right there, and even if you don't collect it at all. So this is a way that you're guaranteed to get paid for fulfilling your end of the contract.
That's a good ass business model and plan. Take that, run with it.
If a developer's listening, you email me.
Yeah, you
right.
email us for sure.
We'll get on a conference and we'll hash this thing out in about 2 hours, and we can have a functioning product. I mean, it really wouldn't take long. But like we're talking about crypto adoption, I really think these blockchains coming out, it's going to be so easy for people to just, set this stuff up on their own.
Yeah. Eventually, I'm about to say, eventually it might just be like a copy paste type thing. Put your words here that you want, or whatever. Copy paste.
And I think it'll have some complications for a long time. But it's like how you can get a Wix website.
Oh yeah.
And just
that's
Spotify,
Elementor.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah. If you got a little more technical stuff, like you're saying Elementor, WordPress, but it's like Spotify. Anybody can set up a Spotify. Eventually, anybody's going to be able to set up a smart contract.
Yeah, I agree with that.
To me, that's so exciting in the market, seeing who's going to win that battle.
And that's why dApps are so damn important, bro.
Yeah.
So damn important.
That's why blockchains are important.
Yeah.
People hate on Ether. Oh, it's not a currency.
Oh, it's not.
No shit.
It's not.
It's a network.
I was getting ready to say, man, you build on it. You can build applications on it.
And think about, okay, you have a company of salespeople. You could set them up. You make 100 sales, you get this bonus, right?
Yeah. Bam.
I don't have to do nothing. As soon as he clocks that 100 sale,
boom,
bam, he gets deposited to his account.
So speaking of Ethereum,
yeah,
they're getting ready to do this. What is it? A Constantinople fork?
Constantinople fork.
Damn. Can we just call it Constant? Yeah, Constant fork. That's it. The new one.
They had to delay it. So there was apparently a terrible bug the contract was about to be deployed. The fork was about to be deployed, and they discovered this majorly flawed bug, and they had to delay it.
So it's better safe than sorry. I saw a lot. Remember, a lot of people were mad.
Always mad.
Right? Like, let's just throw it out there right now with the bug on it. Screw it.
Good luck. Good luck.
You know?
All you people that's had Ethereum for years, good luck to you. We're just going to pump out this bug.
Yeah.
But, so they had to pretty much install a new kind of fork to it.
Yeah.
So basically, Constantinople is going to engage at the a certain block. I'd have to look it up, I forget. But they created another one called the Petersburg fork. And that's going to engage at the exact same time. So that's kind of like the new, it's not Constantinople anymore. It's changed a new fork.
Okay.
It's basically they patched the bug.
Okay.
And so it's going to happen at the same time so that no one's affected by that bug. And hopefully this is kind of a new Ethereum. And like we're saying, hopefully it increases the way people can use their network. And we'll see.
Do you know any of the pluses that are coming out of this fork? I read about some of them, but I didn't read a lot.
It's supposed to be able to process way more transactions, and there's going to be some flexibility with the smart contract system. So I think after you deploy a smart contract, you'll be able to modify it to a certain extent.
Oh, okay.
If I read that correctly.
So if you need to change it down the road, okay.
So that once you deploy that thing, it's not set in stone forever.
That's a good idea.
But you still want to have a way of maintaining decentralization. Yeah. Because if you give the people who make the contract the ability to change it, they've got the
authority.
Yeah, they can change it. So it's going to have some changes here and there, but hopefully there's no bugs and it rolls smoothly. Because I like Ethereum. I mean, I've kept my Ethereum, and I'm gonna hold on to that for so that I see that price where I want it.
Buy it when I see that price where I want it to.
So you just came back from Dallas.
Yes.
And while you were gone, I think you missed the Quadriga exchange.
I did.
Still making foolish mistakes.
What happened?
Allegedly, from their hot wallet, they sent $500,000 worth of Bitcoin to a wallet that they don't have any access to, in cold storage.
So it's just locked up.
They flushed away $500,000 of investors' money.
You got to be kidding me. So they just lost how much in that hack, or quote unquote hack, or
it wasn't a hack. They just lost the private keys. Remember the
$200 million?
The CEO
That's right,
died.
Yeah.
He died in India.
So it was $200 million, right? $250 million.
It's like $150 million, but there's some reports that say they think it could have been upwards of like $170 million.
Okay,
it's a crap ton of money. And now they sent $500,000. It's just
by mistake.
So
how do you do that?
Dude, it's crazy. I don't think
you mean to tell me the owner, the guy who passed away, was literally the only
guy. You have $150 million plus on your exchange, and no one thought, hey, maybe someone else
should have
access to these keys. And it's
that's mind blowing, and they just keep shooting themselves in the foot.
Well, it's like every week, all right, how can this get worse? Pull their layer, how can this get worse? Oh.
And so, who did I read was taking over that company? Something I saw that somebody was taking over with their next, how they're about to start maneuvering their business.
They basically gave it off. I can't remember the company's name.
Was it Ernst & Young?
I don't believe so. But you may be right.
There was it was some big company, and I can't remember what it is, but there was some. I don't think it was Ernst & Young.
They basically took control of all the funds and the wallets.
Yeah, I wonder how that happened.
And they're going to make smart decisions.
And I even saw that they took it a step further, and they told them that they could not have any electronic devices, that they needed to take those from them too, all the wallets.
And I wonder if they're kind of investigating, because this is some weird stuff that's been going on. And, I hate talking about someone like this, and especially if they're deceased, but I don't believe they ever have a proof of a dead body.
That's what they're saying.
And so it's just kind of, this stuff is...
That's all being reported, so it's nothing that we know, just...
I don't know anything. It's just strange. A lot of strange stuff. How does 150 million... We saw those forensic blockchain experts were trying to trace the money.
Yeah, so...
And they don't think that the funds exist.
So they think
there's two separate people that came out and said they don't believe that there's $150 million. They don't think it exists.
So they trace the money somewhere. So when they say that it doesn't exist, as in like it's in somebody else's wallet gone, or like
it's just there's no money.
It's gone.
It's gone.
They spent the shit. Gone. God, dude.
So I don't know how valid that is, but that's what I read. Okay, so you've been following some traders.
Yes.
All right.
And I, I've started following them a long time ago just to try to get both perspectives, the fundamental analysis and the technical analysis. Never hurts to learn a little bit of everything, So, yeah, I started following some, and there's a few that I guess you could say that I've turned to the most. Now, we'll just shout out to their Twitter handles because I really don't know some of their names.
One's the Magic Poop Cannon.
Yeah,
which I have to say is an awesome name.
What did we talk about before? At first, I could not take his work seriously because of his name. I was like, okay, this guy doesn't take himself seriously. But as I started obviously learning, I was like, okay, this guy knows his shit. I mean, super smart, like tying things in from like a 4-month window from back in 2015, comparing that to a month, 4-month window in 2018 and 19 mixed together, But so the main thing is that I think he's one of the most followed cryptocurrency traders on TradingView.
Yeah.
But from his TA, Bitcoin has popped out of the downtrend, the bear market, and has stayed on top of the support. So we are technically moving sideways, but we're staying above support. And he thinks that the bear market's over.
It's over?
That's what he said.
It's over with.
He didn't say 100% over, but he said,
Pop bottles?
I think it was no. I think it was something along the lines of truth, Bitcoin showing truth to hold support or something like that.
Yeah.
Just saying that it's favored to keep going that way. And then another trader, Moon Overlord. Have you seen? I've seen.
I follow him.
A few of his stuff. He had posted a chart from when Bitcoin has traditionally started pumping around a 1-year average before its halving date, and when he posted the chart, he marked out when the uptrend should begin. And so, just looking at the chart, he's thinking maybe April, May uptrend. We'll probably move sideways for a while.
That's okay.
That's fine.
Get more time to accumulate.
Build that support system, and just once we build a support system, we hit back down there and we 3-4 times. Man, we're not going lower than that ever again. Maybe not.
Maybe not. But like you said, once that thing halves again, history's shown.
That's why. Hey, I don't mean to interrupt you right now.
Yeah, go ahead.
I've been thinking about this a lot. So I don't like to write a lot of blogs, right? I don't like to write a lot. I will get on there and force myself to put it on paper. So I've been thinking though. I think the only coin to buy, the only crypto to buy, the only two to buy is Bitcoin and Ethereum. I don't think I'm buying any other coin anymore. I've been thinking about that a lot. I don't know why, but I sold all my XLM back in the day. That was the one I was married to. I really loved them, but I just follow these guys. The trader, they showed that it was going to basically crash, and I sold it, and look at it now. It's free fall. So, but back on to the point of the trader guys, though, they know their shit. We have to follow them. I do, at least.
They know how to read the charts.
Absolutely.
I mean, that is absolutely 100% correct.
Have you heard of Peter Brandt?
Yeah.
He's another trader that I'm not gonna say old school, but he's been in the game for a while, and I actually just heard about him maybe right when I got into crypto. So,
well, I will tell you, I have been buying NPXS, but what I like about them is they pay a dividend.
Yep.
And that's one thing to always consider when you invest in something. It could even be stocks.
Yep.
Is anytime you're earning money from that asset each month. I like that.
So
I like getting paid each month. And
so
being a
you've been buying?
Yeah.
Okay, so I haven't bought any NPXS mainly because of that reason that you just said. Because I've got some, and each month they deposit.
you're getting paid a dividend.
Yeah, they deposited a couple extra in my account. So that was the main reason why I haven't been buying. But I mean, it is so cheap. I thought like $50.
But I just like that it's a form of passive income to me.
Yeah.
And it's being used, like you said, it was top 7 used crypto in the world. So
Woo!
yeah, woo! Ric Flair, woo!
Oh, hey, I love that video.
If you want to be the man, you gotta beat the man.
I could actually really hit it right now, but I'm not.
I may or may not watch that in the morning.
I might watch that when I leave here.
Well, I mean, that's everything we got on our topics right here.
So no more football.
I know, man. Oh, hey, did you watch the AAF?
Oh, okay.
That's good.
That's a good A.
That was I did not know it was going to be that level of production.
It was good football.
70% of the guys were ex-pro athletes, ex-NFL players.
Did you see Trent Richardson play the other night?
Yeah, I was watching that game.
That was actually tight. I'm not saying he balled, but I'm just saying that was actually tight to watch him play.
And what was his name from Penn State? Hackenberg?
He was balling?
He wasn't balling, but he was playing, yeah.
I didn't know he played.
Yeah.
Was he on Trent Richardson's team?
I can't remember. I was doing a bunch of stuff. I was just
That's
kind of catching
tight.
glimpses of it.
I just saw the highlights of that one, but I watched the whole game of who was that guy? Whose team?
Was it in San Antonio?
Yeah, San Antonio.
The Alamo Dome, yeah.
Yeah. That was tight.
One of those, Mike Martz was the coach.
Yeah, Moose
That
Johnson.
dude coached the Rams to the
Super Bowl. That's a good point.
Well, I remember I flipped to one game. Steve Spurrier was up like 40, and they're running
Steve Spurrier's the coach?
He's the coach.
I saw Mike Singletary was the head coach too.
Yeah,
hey, check that out.
The AAF is. I mean, I'm gonna keep watching it because NFL's over, and this is because when I first saw it, I was just flipping through the channels. My dad was over. He goes, "Hey, click on that. Let's see what AAF football is." And we're watching this. We're like, "What is this? Like, this is actually." This isn't arena. This isn't semi-pro. This is actually quality football.
I didn't even know that was happening.
I didn't either. We just happened to be flipping through the channels. I wasn't even going to click on it because I thought it was like Air Force or something football. You know, like Air Force versus Army, 2010.
Game
yeah,
or
some shit like that.
You saw that the XFL is coming next year.
Yeah, I saw that too.
Did you see who the head coach is for the Dallas team?
Was it Bob Stoops?
Yes.
Yeah.
What in the world?
NFL's got some competition.
They're gonna have to show me. There's gonna be plenty of options for these players that didn't make the league to play.
Plenty of options for coaches.
Yeah, true. Hey, I didn't think pretty trainers.
The one thing is the AAF associated with the NFL.
Yes,
it is. Okay, yes. I couldn't catch that.
They say that is the minor league
development league,
development
like the
league,
NBA development
league. What's the NBA called their league? The G League. The G League.
Is it the G? I thought it was the D League.
It was the D League. They changed it for some reason because the G League. The D League did something. I don't know. I can't remember.
We'll just change the letter.
The F League. I don't know, but so yeah, they're. I don't know if the NFL is out there promoting the AAL, but it's AAL or AAF.
AAF.
What does it stand for?
American
Affiliated.
American Allegiance Football.
Allegiant,
something like that.
That's pretty tight. Okay,
it's cool.
I see him. What else is up?
I think that's it. That's our show.
All right.
Thanks for listening. We're here every Thursday. You can come to crusader.com/BlockNation.
Check it out. YouTube.
BlockNation YouTube. Subscribe. What we put out? I think we put out a video
a day,
at least every day or every other day.
Yeah.
Something live. Something you need to put into your life.
Especially if you're trying to build a business or market or
if you want to know what is going on in crypto. Anything.
Yeah. So what dates are your crypto videos? What you need to know?
Tuesday, Saturdays,
and then Creative Labs Wednesday, Friday.
That's every day, and we
publish
articles here and there over random stuff.
Then we got this guy on Thursday.
Oh, this main thing?
Yeah,
everybody knows that. All right, check us out. Subscribe, follow.
Do whatever, man.